Happy New Year, guys! New year, new boat. I have finally bought all the materials I need to start a new build, and I will show them to you in detail in this video. And let's start by unboxing the paulownia wood. I've been waiting to do this for a few weeks now. I almost cheated and unboxed it off camera, but I resisted temptation and I stopped. So let's have a look. As you can see, that has not been unwrapped yet. Almost, but I did stop. This is the first time I'll ever see paulownia wood. I never used this before, nor is this available in Portugal, to the best of my knowledge. I got this wood from Paulownia Pro in Spain. They were really helpful. They shipped this to Portugal in just 3 days for only 22 euros. So highly recommend it. They do have minimum orders, and I believe this is one of the packs, which is 20 times 15 by 20, and this is 45 by 45s. In this case, he made an exception and sold me only half a pack, but they usually only sell this in 8 pieces, so I bought 4 of these. These I will use for the deck struts. I will have to scar them, of course, because I need 3 meters 70, and this is only 2 meters 40. And these are the 45s by 45s, which are actually 2 pieces glued together. From these I will rip some thinner pieces, maybe 45 by 20, so I can do the rest of the structures on the goose. I will also try and make the mast partner and mast step with some pieces I will cut from this. A few people have asked me if this can be used for spars. I have no idea, guys. I have never used this. It's the first time I'm actually seeing it. If you have an informed answer for them, or if you have experience with building spars out of paulownia, just let us know in the comment section below. Thank you. And since I got most of the materials with the coffees you guys bought me, and for transparency reasons as well, here is how much the paulownia cost. Thank you very much for your support, guys. Without you, this build wouldn't happen. Right, let's have a look at the plywood now. These are all 3-ply sheets, Oukume outer and various unspecified African wood inner core. It's class 3 phenolic glue and 100% water and boil proof. Yes, it has been tested. There was some doubt about the density of the sheets, so I took my scales to the warehouse and put these sheets on top of it. The guys were really helpful here. Top service. That's it, guys. We've got our plywood. And here's the receipt. Okay, I wanted 6mm 5-ply plywood for the bottom. Unfortunately, I cannot source that locally, so I will be using 5mm 3-ply. That means I will have to glass the bottom, which is a bit of an inconvenience, to be honest. It will make it the build a bit more expensive, because I will have to buy extra glass cloth, and it will not be as rigid as a 6mm 5-ply, but that's what we've got. The guys in the Philippines have been using 5mm plywood for the bottom with glass cloth, of course, and the boats fly. So if the boat falls apart, I'm sure it won't be because I'm using 5mm plywood. Okay, so let's move to this section, and here we've got the same epoxy as I've always used, Oukume 5505, and in this case the fast hardener for the low temperatures because it's winter. And I've got some microfibers, which I always have in the workshop. This will allow me to start. It's probably only, well, that's less than 1 kilo, but I can mix with some fine sawdust, and I also have wood flour sawdust, which I got by putting a bunch of sawdust through a sieve. It's a bit coarse for any exposed fillets, I would say, but for the inner fillets this could be used, I guess. And this is the wood flour. This is the produce of sanding plywood and wood and all that. This is actually from my goat, believe it or not. I just emptied the sander's filter, and this is what I got. This is very similar to this, as you can see. This is actually finer than the microfibers. And you can get a lot of these wood flour. I call it wood flour, I don't know if it's a proper name. If you go to your local shipyard or to a workshop where they make wooden furniture, you go to the big sanders, and this is what you get. You will have almost unlimited supply of thickener for your boat building. I will try mixing some of these. I might actually make a video of that. Try all different thickeners and mixing some of them, and then test for mechanical strength. Let's see if I have time for that. And unfortunately I cannot find the receipt for the epoxy, but this was 133 euros plus VAT, which is just over 160, so let's call it 160-ish. I also got some pine to extend the 2-meter table that I had there. I actually had 2 of them at some point, but now I only had the one, so I had to extend it so I can epoxy the panels here. I will probably screw some feet in here so I can free up the sawhorses, because they're always handy. Tomorrow I'm going to buy some foam rollers, some new plastic squeegees, so I can spread epoxy on the panels and then roll it. I also need some sanding discs. I already have the sanding belts, and I can start the build. As expected, I will post weekly videos of this build, similar to what I did with the Goat Island skiff build. I also will try to set up a Patreon page where I can post short midweek updates, free of ads and all that. But guys, I can't promise that. I already have a lot of stuff in my hands, but if I can, I will do that Patreon page. For now, I'm excited. I'm gonna start this build. And well, that's all I've got time for today, guys. As always, stay safe, and I'll see you next week.